Hello, everyone. Welcome. I forgot to hit record on my other camera here. I'm doing one of the things that I always share with you, which is to create some behind the scenes videos. So as I hit live in my haste, I forgot to hit record on the other device. But anyway. Hey everybody! So welcome to another midweek chat. Welcome to Fridays with Jasmine. It is Friday, and I'm so excited that it's Friday. Can you tell? I hope you're going to have a great weekend ahead. I know I will. I'm super pumped. It's a very dark and stormy day here in Florida, so let's fingers crossed the internet continues to work. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jasmine Bryant. I am your brand visibility coach. I help network marketers, coaches, and small business owners to make more leads, make more sales by becoming visible, by helping you be all the places, all the time, so your ideal customer knows who you are and where you are. Because when you're visible, you get paid. When you are the world's best kept secret, I hate to break it to you, but you stay broke. So, with that, today we are going to tackle one of the top questions that I get asked all the time, and that is, what do I need in order to start doing videos? And one of the reasons we want to do videos is it is the easiest, fastest way to connect with our audience. People buy from people. We're really out of the realm of buying from nameless, faceless corporations. And when you have a product or a service that you're selling or providing, there are a lot of people who do the same things. So you need to be able to stand out. And doing video is one of the easiest ways to do that because you can connect on a more deeper and personal level with your audience. So with that end, as you guys are popping on, or if you're watching the replay, just say hi in the chat so that I know you're here, and ask any questions that you have as we go through. So the biggest thing that I get is, how do I get started? What do I need? And you see these influencers on YouTube and TikTok, and they have these major, pretty badass setups, but you don't need that. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. You can start honestly with just your smartphone. Whether you have an Android or an iPhone, I would show you mine, but it's recording this recording this live stream for a behind the scenes. But you just need your smartphone. Phones today have amazing cameras, amazing capabilities, where you don't need to have the $2,000 or $3,000 DSLR camera. Is it nice to have? Yes. If you're just starting out, do you need it? Heck no, don't do it. And I'll show you some of the other things that I use and that I recommend that you use as well as you're starting your journey. So we're not going to break the bank. So I have a whole bunch of stuff on my desk here. So the first thing is, again, the camera. So your phone is perfect. Now, if you're going to do more sit down videos, like this is a sit down video, right? I'm not going to use my phone for that. I could, but I won't. I use a web camera that's external to my MacBook web camera because I find that it's better. It looks nicer. The resolution is a little bit crisper, and I'm able to control where it goes. So like I can move the camera around. And this one is AI based as well, which I don't have on right now, but it's AI based as well. So it can follow me as I move. Like I fidget a little bit. So if I sit back, the camera would adjust. If I sit forward, the camera would adjust. And if I move out of frame, the camera adjusts. So the first thing is really to decide what it is your goal, what the goal of your video is. If it's, a shoot outside, use your phone. If you're doing a sit down interview or a sit down recording for like a course or a live stream, then I recommend using a web camera, an external web camera. And what I'm going to do is, I'll pop that in right now. I have an Amazon storefront. And so the items that I mention are things that I personally use, and you'll see that I use them because I'm going to show them to you. But you can go to my Amazon storefront, which has the link. The link is in the chat here. And then you can just see all the things that are right there. So a microphone is very important. That's your number one or number two thing after the camera is a microphone. So again, for a sit down, I have this Yeti microphone here. It's corded, as you can see. And I use that for podcast interviews. I use it obviously for live streams. I use it if I'm recording something for a course where I'm sitting down. If I'm sitting, this is on my desk. Now, you don't have to have it sitting like out in front of you the way that I do. You can move it where you want. Just play around with it so that you can see what sounds best and also what looks the best for you. And the reason I have it so close to me, actually it's not that close, but the reason it's in the camera frame is because I sit by a window and it can get kind of loud. And so this microphone, while it, will take the sound of my voice and it's directed at me, I'm always a little nervous about leaving it too close to the door, too close to the window, because while it will still pick up my sound, it's a very good microphone, so I'm afraid that it'll pick up the sound from outdoors. Like right now, it's thundering, and I don't think you can hear the thunder. But if you can, let me know, because I'll watch the recording too. But let me know. I'm curious. But if you're shooting outdoors, you're not going to take this big thing out with you. That's just not how it works. So you can get we call it a lavalier mic. You can call it a lapel mic, a clip mic, whatever you want. So this isn't the case that it came in. This is a case that I just happened to buy, but I find that it works very well. So this is the receiver. So if we can see that, this is the receiver. And this is the microphone. Can you see that there? This is the microphone. So you just clip this on to your lapel. Now, I have to admit, this isn't my favorite microphone. I've had better ones. But this does a really decent job. And it's very affordable. I think it's like $25, maybe $40 on Amazon. It's in that link as well. So you can just go around and play with that. But it's really simple. You plug this into your phone. You plug the receiver into your phone. So this one has the Lightning for your iPhone and the USB-C for a newer generation iPhone or an Android. And you just connect them. And that way you have the sound. It's right, you're right here. You can put it wherever you want. Some people will hold it. I'm not a fan of that, but do what you want. It's your microphone. There are wired microphones that you can get as well. I am not always a fan of those. I have a set, and it's smaller. It's much, much smaller because there's no receiver. Like this, these have to talk to each other, which is why this is a little bit bigger. These have to talk to each other. With the wired microphone, the receiver is a box. It's a huge box that I just clip onto my belt or to my underpants or whatever. So, and then I snake the cord through so that you can't see the cord. And then the microphone is very, very small and it just goes on your lapel. But I don't like having all the bulk. For me, when I'm out, I just want to go. I don't want to have to clip things and hide things. This is just bop it and go. So microphone, again, you can get these pretty inexpensively. I have expensive microphones. I have inexpensive microphones. And the ones that I like and that I've tried, I've listed. And the ones that are highly rated, I've listed too. So you have a lot of different price ranges from super, super cheap to super, super expensive. Uh, Lights. Oh, actually, before we get to lights, stability. Okay, you need to have your camera stable, your phone stable. Now, when I shoot, if I'm, out on like a vacation or a trip or whatever it is, and I'm doing just a couple of videos, I'll have a selfie stick with an angled neck so you don't see the stick because I don't like seeing the stick. And I don't have it here with me to show you, but a nice selfie stick is always great. The only downside to that is I talk with my hands, and so as I'm talking, the stick shakes, but whatever. But a tripod is also very good. And so this is my medium quality tripod. I have it extended because I was using it, but it goes from like a tabletop height to I think 60 inches. And all you do is you attach the mount here, which is where there's a lot of things on my desk. Okay, but I don't know where the mount is, but you attach the mount and then you just stick your phone on. And so this will help to keep your phone stable. And if you're using a camera, like a DSLR camera, it'll keep that stable as well. The reason I'm using this one, and you can get them very cheap, $15 all the way to a couple $100. The reason that I like this one is I also use a gimbal, which stabilizes your camera and it swivels and it follows you. I have an AI powered gimbal, and the gimbal is pretty heavy. So this particular tripod is heavy enough to hold the gimbal without falling over, but it's not so heavy that it's too, whoa. I almost knocked over my plants. But it's also not so heavy that you can't carry it without like getting tired. So that's really important. The other stabilizers that I use, this is new. I just got this during the Amazon Prime days, actually. And it's kind of cool because you put your phone here, you know, put your phone here, and then this follows. So it's a cheaper version of a cheaper and a desktop version of the big gimbal that I have, but it just swivels around and it follows you. And you don't have to download any software, which I think is really great. I'd rather leave room on my phone for videos and pictures and not so much for apps. But so you don't have to download anything and it just follows you. Got your power button here and your charging port here, and it's just a USB-C. So it's pretty easy. And I think this was $30 or $15. Again, I got it on sale during the last Prime days. So, but the link is in that storefront. And the other thing that I like to use is this. It has a suction. I put this on the mirror in the bathroom if I'm doing a video where I want to show me getting made up or whatever I want to do. I just stick it on, and it sticks. It really does stick really well. But you can use this on a window. You can use this on any smooth surface, and you just pop it down and undo it that way and stick. And if it gets unsticky, you just wet it, I think. But this is really great because you just stick it up and it's another set of hands. So you can go hands free and do your recordings, because you might not have someone who's around who can shoot for you. So you just do it yourself. All right, so now we're going to talk about lights. I love talking about lights because lights are so important to your camera journey. People can forgive a bad content. Sometimes they can usually forgive bad audio, especially if you have subtitles, but they cannot forgive bad lighting. So some of you may have heard this story before, and those of you who have popped on the live, if you've heard this story, just put like, yeah, I heard it in the chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But I did a video about how to fix bad lighting, and that video has like 7 views. No one wants to watch a video with bad lighting, even if it's a video showing you how to correct your bad lighting. It's outrageous. So you can get a little ring light, which I can't show you because I'm using it right now, um, for just a couple of bucks. I really love my flat LED lights. And actually, hold on, we're going on a field trip. I'll show you my flat LED lights. See, look and see all that crap on my desk. So I have these LED lights, and and I just hit the AI, I think. Oh, stop. Okay, so you guys can see what the camera. I need to wait for the little person to get off the screen. Okay, so you guys see what the web camera does. It will adjust with me. But these LED lights are great because number one, I travel with these lights because a lot of times I'm doing podcast interviews and all the things to be visible, um, and recording interviews myself or going live. So I travel with these lights because they're light and I'm not afraid they'll get broken as easily as the ring light will. I've cracked a couple of ring lights. And they don't hurt my eyes. If I'm doing a lot of recordings, like if I'm doing a summit, or something to that effect, I may do, 5 or 6 interviews in a day. That is, a few hours in front of the lights. And so the ring lights, after a while, hurt my eyes, but the LED lights don't. And so because I don't have a lot of natural light in my space where I record, I have 3 lights. So I have 2 this way and 1 this way. When I'm on the road, also, I have this light, which I love, and it clips on to the back of my computer. So even if you're just doing like a Zoom call or something, it's really great. The only thing I don't like is in order for it to work, it has to be plugged in. And I use I only have 2 ports, right, on the MacBook Air, and I use them for my camera and for my microphone. So then I have to make sure that I plug this into an external power source. But it just takes a USB-C, and again, it clips onto your computer. So it's really great when you just have it, by your camera. But the lighting, it's really bright. I love it. The other 2 that I use this one a lot. And it goes on the tripod, and it also clips onto the tripod different ways as well. And that may be a little more advanced for some folks. If it is, I'm sorry for that. You can work your way up to that. The last light that I will show you is this one, which is another one of my favorites. And hopefully it's charged. I can turn it on for you, but it clips onto your phone, which is nice. So if I'm recording and I'm on my selfie stick, and it's not super heavy, and it's adjustable, right? So let's see. Oops, can I turn it on? Oh, you know what? Is it? Yeah, I could turn it on. Let's see. Let's see if I'll blind myself. Woo! Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. It's really bright. Um, let's see. I'm trying to make it so that you can kind of see it. But yeah, it's really bright. Uh, oh, look at that. Woo. All right, so yeah, it's really bright, and let me turn this off because now I'm blinding myself. Okay, so it has a lot of levels here, which you can't see now because I turned it off. But it has levels here. Don't worry about that. Just my thing is, like, I'm not a techie girl. But one thing that I love about this, I can just play around with the levels until I like how it looks. And once you like how it looks, leave it. Unless you're dramatically changing environments, then you might have to play around with it some more. But just, you just where is it? The buttons here, you just keep clicking those until you get what you want. And again, you just charge it here, and it's really great. This mobile LED light, you can do warm, cool, and it's really great. And it was, I want to say it was $20. I've been trying to make sure that I find things that are reasonably priced so I can share them with you. Because if you're just starting, you don't need to spend a fortune in order to record a nice looking video. And I don't want you to spend a fortune to record a nice looking video. So I like to try buying things that are mid-price, little, that way you can see, I can, honestly recommend it to you, because I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried or that I haven't heard that's good or that you might not be able to use. So, so yeah, there we go. So I'll just run through that list again really quickly. So the top things that you need in order to do a great looking video is a camera. Number one, don't go out and spend a fortune buying a new camera. Use your smartphone. Number two, you want to have good sound. So a desk mic if you're doing desk recordings. The lavalier or the lapel mics that I just threw out the bag. If you're doing outdoor recordings, you want to have something to stabilize your camera. So a tripod, any type of tripod that you want. Like I said, this works really well. This worked really well. The big tripod that I'm not going to pull over again because I don't want to knock over the plants. That works phenomenally. Just find what works for you and your budget. Selfie sticks, again, you can get those for like $5. Just my biggest word of caution with tripods and selfie sticks is don't always go the cheapest route, because your smartphone typically is going to cost you, like my iPhone is like what, $1,300 or something. So I don't want these cheap tripods or these cheap selfie sticks to fall over because my phone is too heavy. And to save a couple of bucks, I've now cracked the screen of my, expensive smartphone. So just be mindful of that. Don't go the absolute cheapest. Get the best that you can afford, but don't get the most expensive thing right now. Because also you'll play around and see what you like, what you don't like, and how you're using it. Okay, and then lights. So I have different lights for travel, different lights for sitting in front of my computer. I actually have a tripod that has lights on it for when I take it outside my front door to record videos. So I have lights for everything because you want to have good lighting. And actually my next tip for you, which is not actually equipment, but you need to have a good microfiber cloth to clean the lens of your camera, whether it's your computer's web camera, it's your external web camera, or it's your phone's camera. Don't do that. Bad. Don't use your shirt. That will scratch the lens. And when you scratch your lens, you really can't unscratch it, and you'll just have crappy videos from here on out. So, a nice microfiber cloth. You can get these anywhere. You can go to the dollar store and get them. And just, I keep a cloth in my camera case, in my, my tripod case. So I always have a cloth so I can clean my lenses, and get into the habit of cleaning your lens every time you record a video. Every single time. Once you start to do it, you'll never forget to do it. So create that habit. All right. So let me know what you thought of this live stream. If you got any value out of it, what you've learned, I'd love to know. And again, I put in the link to my Amazon storefront. So if you want to find any of these items, you can just go there. It's listed out like, cameras, I think microphones, starter kit. So you can kind of see what's what and just see what the prices are like. Some of those prices are really, really good. Some are on the high end. So you just have to kind of play around and see what works for you. All right, my friends, there is no live next week, but I will see you in 2 weeks back here. Although, yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. And I can't wait to see what you create. Tag me in your videos because I want to see. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Bye.